If you're working hard on your two-handed backhand, you're practicing regularly but it's still not improving, I'm going to explain why that is in this video and what you need to do to fix the problem. And what this comes down to is your eye to hand and eye to foot coordination isn't good enough to play a higher level two-handed backhand. I know that sounds harsh, but it's true. If you're practicing regularly, you're going to consistently improve gradually over time until your skill level prevents you. Because if you don't have the visual capabilities of the coordination, it's going to stop you at a certain point. That might be at the 3-5 level, it might be at the 4-5 level, it might be at the 5-0 level. But if you're stuck, it's one of these two that's holding you back. For some players, it's more about the visual side. For some players, it's more about the coordination. But honestly, I've assessed a lot of tennis players, and it's just about always both the vision and the coordination that maxes people out. So to explain that, I want to kind of take you through a stroke so you can think where this might be going on with you. Because we're obviously starting, hopefully, with a split step, then reacting to our opponent making contact with the ball, and then moving into position. And that's where it falls down for a lot of people. They can't react fast enough visually. They're slow to respond, the ball's almost on the net before they move, or if you're a slightly higher level player, it doesn't have to be that extreme, but still, late preparation creates massive difficulties for setting up in the right position and hitting a good quality shot. After the reaction, we've then got the movement to the ball and setting up in position. Again, that's going to be heavily reliant on your visual system, because unless I can predict where the ball's going, it's going to be really hard to set up in the right position. And obviously along with that, we've now got the coordination, because a lot of players don't have good lower body coordination. So even when you teach them the ideal footwork patterns, they still can't necessarily make it happen. So we've got vision and coordination. We then start our swing. We now need to initiate the swing at the right time based on how far the ball is away. So that's going to be heavily visual, and we need to have the coordination to make the necessary adjustments. So firstly, can we use our kinetic chain in the right order? Can we drive through our hips, then our torso, then our arms and racket come through? And can we adjust it? Can we swing through there? Can we swing up there? Can we go topspin? Can we hit flat? Can we adjust the speed of the swing based on the ball? Because if I start my swing, ideally I want to contact it roughly level with the baseline. If I swing too quickly, I'm going to be reaching. If I swing too slowly, I'm going to be hitting the ball late. And then when we're trying to track the ball through to contact, again, we're going back to a massively visually dependent skill. A lot of players have eye movements that don't work at a high enough level. Because of that, ball tracking is very, very challenging. But then you also need the coordination in order to be able to keep your head still and make a nice clean contact. So all the way through the stroke, we've got eye to hand and eye to foot coordination. And as I was saying these things, hopefully light bulbs were going off in your head going, oh, that sounds like my backhand. That's what I'm doing wrong. That's what I'm doing wrong. Well, now you know why. So if you want to fix the problem, this is the stuff that you're going to have to address. To help you with it, I've got a free tennis vision starter program. Vision is very trainable. So I'm going to show you some simple drills that you can work on to improve the quality of your eye movements. It's going to help massively with your ball tracking. I'll place a link to it up there. I'll place a link down there so you can get started working on it. But if you really would like more help with this, we can improve our visual system, we can improve our coordination, we can improve our focus and concentration using brain-based training, and that's the big thing that I teach tennis players how to do. If you'd like to learn more about that, I've created a free masterclass that's going to go into a lot more detail. I'll place a link up there, I'll place a link down in the description so that you can check that one out as well. Okay, hopefully this video has been beneficial for you, and hopefully you take it in the way that I intended. I'm not making this to tell you that you suck and to try and be mean to you. I'm telling you this because I spent most of my life very frustrated with tennis. I worked my ass off, but I just wasn't skillful enough to play a better quality of tennis. At the age of 35, I started to learn how to train the brain, and stuff started to change. And after seeing that with my own game, I started doing it with other players. And now I've seen it happen with a lot of different players. When you work on these systems, players really start to break through plateaus. So that's why I wanted to make it for you, let you know that this is possible, give you a free vision program to get you started, and then we'll go from there. Okay? Any comments about what I've talked about here, leave them down below, and I'll catch you next time.